Previously on R&R the Serial Reader. So many secrets. And then all of a sudden, this inmate turns around and attacks the new inmate. This has turned into a suspenseful read. Good morning, fam. How are you all doing today? I am up ready to get my day started. I'm up because I have some errands to run. And so the early bird catches the worm. I need to go to the bank and get a letter notarized. I have to go to Whole Foods so I can return this Amazon package and also pick up some fruit and other items. I went to Whole Foods the other week and I went to go return another package as well. And get comfortable in my favorite spot. I went to return another package at Whole Foods. And while I was there, when I walked through, I was like, let me check out their fruit section. And oh, I fell in love. They had mangoes that were ripe. Their apples were gorgeous. I could not resist in not picking up their fruits, especially the mangoes. So I'm headed back to Whole Foods. I know my brother is going to be hating because he's employee for Trader Joe's. I'm just not feeling Trader Joe's fruit. I went there one time to buy some fruit from them, and by 2-3 days, the fruit was already spoiled. I told him I was never going back to Trader Joe's. Although I will say, like, there are other items that he will bring up to me. I do like them. Sometimes we give him a hard time because we were like, what is that? And he was like, just try it. Like that cinnamon spread that I showed you all in the last video. He brought that up for me from his store. And for the good while, I was like, I don't want that. I'm not trying that. And finally I did. I was like, yum. So yeah, anyway, I have to do that. I need to go to Whole Foods. I do need to pick up some other items from another grocery store. Maybe go to Target. Or is Target still on the ban? I don't know. I want to see if I can buy a gift for this lady. She's so sweet. Yeah, so I said, you know what, before I start my day, let me jump on here because I guess we're going to call this my intro. And just in case I didn't say it a few moments ago, welcome or welcome back to my channel. And I'm Ronnie. This is episode 2 of my reading vlog of tackling big books. You guys will get to get a little glimpse of me at work. Also, I am for the very first time doing a buddy read with some very special people. So if you are interested in seeing who that is and what my work life is all about, come on and follow me. I'll see you over there.
spray.
Yeah, same in Meriden. I have at least one program who's been wanting to be a part of state-funded programs out here. And so I know for sure that they are applying. I'm not sure if any other programs, but at least that one. And once we hear, I'll know. Buenos dias. How are you? I'm good. What's going on? Uh-huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you're at 86, you're going to put funds received because that's going to give you your full allocation. Yep. Okay. All right. No bother at all. It was simple enough too. All right. Have a good one. Bye.
planning to talk to anyone tonight. I just need some time alone.
Hey fam, so I just pulled into my driveway and I said, you know what? I need to check in with you guys. I started book 3, currently Untitled. I'm going to wrap that book up tonight. I'm at 41% and I'm like, yeah, Tim is something else, okay? He is a very layered character. He is no joke. You can't play with him. He will put your head through the wall, but he's also that character will truly love you, right? And I know that from the way he loves for his sister Portia, the way he loves for his mother, and even for his brother Brandon. Like, he's his brother's head security. Like, I can't see anybody else doing that job. The other thing is that Tim is a sexy mother. He's fine. He's charismatic. He's very flirtatious. He is a woman's man. And the women love him. None of the women that Tim messed with can say he did them dirty in any type of way. Tim is suave, but Tim is layered. And you can tell, I would say about 9% into the book, you can see that yes, he's all those things, but he's also a tortured soul, and he's a tortured soul from trauma. Now we have Natalia is also a very layered woman. On the surface, you may think that she's just a pretty face and she's doing a job and she likes the finer things in life and she's high class, but she has depth. She is more than just her pretty face, her looks, and the materialistic things. She actually is a woman who wants things in her life. And her mother held a lot of weight in her and her sister, but her mom really played a heavy part in how they they see themselves, or yes, how they see themselves as women and their roles in regards to men and how they should be towards men. And so you better not did I you better not talking to my car. Are you about to turn off? You better not turn off for me. Again, Natalia is a very layered woman. She's very complex. Not only is she the assistant to Brandon and she's doing a really good job, but she's also trying to take it a step further. She wants more. She's in grad school for, I think, data science. You know, she got to be smart if she's going to school for data science. And her and her sister were raised think that basically they needed to be a trophy wife and find a rich man. And at one point, Natalia did think like that, but it changed. She's trying to live life, but live life where she's not dependent on anyone. She's an independent woman. There's a certain type of man that she's looking for. And Tim, on the outside of it all, doesn't seem like he's that type of man that she wants. Now, here's the thing, these two are highly attracted to one another. Tim definitely wants to hit that, but I think even though he wants to hit that, it goes a little bit more deeper. He wants to know more about Natalia. She's a, what's the word that I'm looking for? She's an anomaly. girl, girl. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anomaly. She's an anomaly. Okay? But they're both so attracted to one another. It's crazy. Now, the other thing is about Tim, going back to Tim, every time I read Tim and he's talking to someone, the first thing that pops into my mind is that this ninja is cocky. He's a cocky mofo. Like, he just know he the bomb. He know he the shit. Stop playing with him. He know he's wanted. He know he's attractive. And there's no second guessing. He's not insecure whatsoever. Some people might say it's confident, but I say it's cocky because every time he says something to someone, yeah, like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Basically, he's a cocky mofo. I love it though. I really do. It fits him, it matches him. And it's not cocky like in a unattractive way. It's cocky and it's sexy as hell. So where I'm at right now is that there was a situation between Tim and Natalie that went down, but Natalie, she has her walls up. She is not letting it go past what it went, which again, it pulls Tim in. He wants to know more. Like, what girl? What is up? He's a rugged gentleman. You can count on him. And so Natalie does get glimpses of that from him because she's also in a predicament where she needs help. She needs assistance. And he comes to the rescue and he does do what he needs to do. She doesn't know how to take it though. And she doesn't know how to take it because her mom's advice skewed her way of thinking. And also there's some other things that went down in her past as well that has her a little bit off when it comes to somebody who's being transparent and authentic with her. She's not used to that. I do have an issue though with Natalie when it comes to the sense of I feel like she, even though she's not at the in the mindset where she wants to depend on someone or a man to take care of her, I do feel like I wish she wasn't so materialistic. In a sense, there was a mention where she was saying that she even rented name brand clothes, and I'm like, what? I'm like, why? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. You don't need to pay $5,000 for a pair of shoes. Now, if you're about quality and that's your standard, you need to have high quality things because if you buy something of lesser quality, you know it's not going to last. If that's your reason, I get it. But if you are someone who just wants to buy high quality whatever because you want to be in the in and you want people to think you are of a certain status or you want to look a certain status, that's the issue that I have. And maybe I'll learn more and we'll get to see why Natalia is like that and I'll have a better understanding. There are things that I'm finding out about Brandon's family that I'm like, did they mention that in book one? Because I didn't know. I think I knew that about Portia, the sister, but I didn't know about the other brothers. I didn't know about their beginnings in the streets. Like I don't remember that in any in book one and book two, which are novellas, but it could have been mentioned. And me, the type of reader that I am, I could have bypassed that detail because I tend to speed read when I'm reading. And that may have been, definitely it wasn't mentioned in book two. There's a possibility their family history and beginnings could have been mentioned in book one and I just missed it. But it's very clear now in Tim's story, and there are a lot of connections as to why Tim is the way he is. So I'm taking notice of it. I'm reading it and I'm paying attention. So that's where I'm at with the book. Like I said, I think I'm gonna wrap this book up. When a book is good, I don't want to hold onto it. I want to read it. I want to finish it. I'm gonna go in the house. I probably won't even turn on the TV. I want to know what is the deal, what is up, because even though we're at 41%, there's a lot that happened. Like I said, Tia gave us a whole lot, but there's still more that needs to happen. And so I want to know what that is. I want to see where they're going to go, what they're going to do, because at this point, really, it's just the beginning phase. Nothing popped off between the two. We know that they're attracted. They've had some encounters with each other, but there's a lot more. So I'm going to go in the house. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything. There's nothing for me to do. Dinner's already cooked, so we just have to It's leftovers from last night, so we just have to warm it up and eat it. Then I have my chocolate bar. I'm going to eat my chocolate bar and read the rest of this book and call it a night. But I will come back. I will come back to let you guys know how I felt about the ending and what my next book is. I will see you. You guys have a good night, and I will see you next time. I just got home from work not too long ago. I decided to get started on this next read because some of the ladies from the Tipsy Book Club and myself wanted to read this buddy read style. And so I came home feeling a little bit tired, but like I said, I wanted to get started because this is the week that we're supposed to read chapters 1 through 12. So I'm reading and I realize that the characters are young. That's leaving me feel like, I don't know about this one. And then on top of that, the young kids are out and there's some type of ruckus outside involving these young children, and they are talking very disrespectfully, very crudely. I'm a mama, y'all, and I'm not down with children being outside in the public, cursing, using vulgar language. To read young children talking such vulgar language is a little disturbing to me. Is this a good option to read? Let me try and give it another chance. I'm gonna jump back in, see if this is just a moment or if this is how it's gonna be throughout the rest of the book. But I'll check back in with you guys. Here are my thoughts. I've read chapters 1, 2, and 3, and after my initial shock of the characters being young children and how they were carrying on, I found that I was able to get into the story. It's actually a pretty easy read. It's flowing really nicely. It has a good pace. It definitely has a storyline that I'm interested in. So I'm glad I decided to stick with it and not give up. We have a group of friends who are close knit. Half of the group are siblings, and those siblings are Luna, the oldest, Sola, second youngest, and Quamar, baby. Outside of the siblings, you have Javin and French. And so these friends have suffered a great loss. Luna's twin brother was taken by the streets. They all have been impacted by this loss. And right about now, they're trying to navigate life without him. It looks like Javin is the leader of this group of friends now that Luna is no longer here. He is the MMC of this story, and it seems that he has a promising future with the NFL. Luna, who's the oldest sibling, is the FMC. Javin and Luna have this sibling-like relationship, but since they lost Luna, on top of having a lack of parental guidance. Both Javin and Luna act as parents for the whole friend group. They make sure the younger kids have food to eat. They have a routine in place. They supervise them. They scold them when they're wrong. They make sure they go to school, teach them how to cook food for them. I mean, all the things that a parent would do, Javin and Luna are doing. Although I mentioned that Javin and Luna have a sibling like relationship, it seems that on both ends they are feeling each other. These children have suffered so much: death of a loved one, abandonment, parental neglect, parental endangerment. Look at French's living condition. His home is really like a trap house. I'm really connected to French. As I mentioned, they all have been through it, but I think French had it the worst. I will check back in with you guys and let you know how it's going. I'm at 10% right now, and it seems that there is a parental figure in the kids' lives. Jason, aka Pops, who is also Javin's grandfather, who has been raising him. Javin's true colors are starting to show in regards to his feelings for Luna now that there is someone on the scene, and his name is Jay. Although Javin and Luna are in denial about their true feelings, it seems as if everyone else around them knows how they really feel. Ugh, I hate a love triangle. These feelings Javin and Luna have for each other are really starting to bubble, but Jay is there and he's really trying to get with Luna. He's over here talking about she's on borrowed time and he's coming for her. I don't want to be torn. Aww. I'm on page 51. Javin and Luna are laying in the bed chilling after making sure the kids are settled and ready for school for the next day. Javin asks Luna if she was alright. Her response was defeated, and Javin could feel her sentiments because it was the same for him too. Too young to grow up too fast and had to think about living for the next person. But at the same time, Javin was hopeful, and he says this to Luna: when I make it to the league, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to provide you with a life where you don't have to think about shit. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to make it happen for you. I don't give a F if you waste money or your ideas are guaranteed to fail. I'll just keep funding you. I'm going to take you to the moon, Luna. And Luna starts to tear up and she asks, to the moon? And Javin responds, to the effing moon. These kids are so inspirational, even through a storm. Oh. Whoa, what is going on? Whoa. As I mentioned, I'm doing a buddy read with a few of the ladies from the Tipsy Book Club, and chapter 12 is where we're supposed to end for this week. But those last 3 chapters that I read were everything. Luna and Javin officially got together. Tiny came back, and so now she's officially a part of that friend group. Sola is something else. She has a mouth on her. There is something there between her and French I do wish she was older though, so we can see more of her and French be explored. Because right now, I think because of the age, we're not going to see anything other than an older brother looking after his younger sister and a younger sister who cares for her brother. It is definitely clear that these group of friends are more than just friends, they're actually family. So I will check back in with you guys next week when I get into the rest of the chapters that we will be reading during our book buddy week. Sorry I haven't been back to check in with you guys, but when the book buddy breakdown pause happened, I decided to pick up other books to read and got caught up in the book madness of it all. So let me catch you up on part 2, which were chapters 13 to 25. OMG. So much went down for the characters at the jig. In part 2, everyone is making moves for their future and for their family. Sola is now officially in high school, but she can't be with French how she secretly wants. So she has to play the little sister role for the time being. Luna has been focusing on her craft, which is songwriting, and she's trying to land deals. Javin is in college and it's a completely different life from him. He's away from his whole world and it's really an adjustment. Not to mention, there's this pressure of him being a freshman football star. There's a new guy on the scene and his name is Maverick. And we like Maverick. He's linked up with Javin and he's somewhat like a mentor to him, being that he's a senior in college and on his way to the NBA. He made his way into Jig's friend group and he fits right on in, especially with Tiny. And we love that for Tiny. Now that Javin is away in college, Luna has found herself linked back with Jay. But I'm not gonna front, Jay is fine. This is definitely a recipe for disaster because with Javin being away in college and not being able to have access to Luna when he wants, what do you think is gonna happen? Correct. And you're right, it does happen. All the mess and the drama break Javin and Luna apart. Ironically enough, you know what it doesn't break? The friendship. The whole group friendship. It doesn't break them apart. They're still friends, they're still family, and if anything, they're tighter than ever, which I absolutely love that for them. They need that. They need each other. They're still tighter than ever, even if Javin and Luna aren't a couple in the public eye. No matter what, they're still family. So I'm not going to give you my final thoughts on this book because I am collabing with my favorite big sister. I always wanted to do that. I am collabing with my favorite big sister, Sarita, from the dynamic duo Sip and Read on this buddy read video. We had a great time reading this book. We chatted with each other through text messages and we met with each other virtually to discuss our thoughts in depth. Hands down, we were on the same page about how we felt about this book. But if you want to see the full experience of our buddy read discussions and final thoughts, go to the Sip and Read channel. I will post the link below so you can go check it out.